Just like it has been rightly put, the prevalence of malaria is still very high, and malaria is still endemic, very much endemic in the tropical region, in which Nigeria is taking the lead. About 27% of the burden is in Nigeria. And coming home, which is hammock that has been raised here, when you look closely, the structure of hammock is like an unsteady population in which you have a settlement today, tomorrow they are no longer there. It's already demolished. And this is a prominent risk factor to malaria. So malaria is common among under 5 children, just like it has been rightly mentioned by the Director of Public Health. Beyond this, the socioeconomic status and behavioral factors also affect their predisposition to this particular disease. In a situation where an estate or a settlement is brought down, suddenly people are displaced, exposed, and mostly these are young children and women, the vulnerable group. So most of the time, they are being bitten by mosquito. There won't be malaria if there is no mosquito bite. So the focus should be on that particular one when we get to control measures. Beyond socioeconomic and cultural behavior, health-seeking behavior has been mentioned. Another factor is poverty. A lot of people do not even have, enough funds to access care, not to talk of even testing. Majority of people who supposed to get tested are not being tested. There was a national survey that put testing and detection of the parasite at about 13.8% as against 80% target that we have. That means a lot still need to be done regarding the aspect of testing. With that being said, for you to control malaria, there are processes. Vector that we mentioned, which is female Anopheles mosquito, is everywhere. And I can't remember when last we did area spraying. Just if we look back, there were those days when you see helicopter hovering around your roof, you begin to wonder what are they doing. So all these are no longer in existence. I think we need to look closely into that as well, because there's not much funding in the aspect of vector control.
But is that why they disappeared? I'm sorry to cut now. When you say all these are no more in existence, why did they disappear?
That's what I'm saying, that when we get to the control measure, those are the actions that the government needs to take, the policy makers need to look into as well. Because if you don't control the vector, there is no way you can control malaria. So the aspect of larval source management is still grossly underfunded. The funds are not sufficient enough. Only a few states implement this, and it is being done haphazardly. And FCT is part of those states. So we are not being left out. So moving from vector now, let's go to testing. You can either test by rapid diagnostic test or microscopy.